Listen, Monica, we have your number.
Then you should have called first.
And isn't this a black sale? Listen, I'm black. I mean, come on, we have waited, what, years to have a sale named after our people?
Oh my God, honey, honey. These are Cousin Connie's special gummy bears.
You haven't seen Lance by chance, have you?
Oh, one of our coworkers said something about seeing him.
That's it. That is it.
Nice alliteration, 3 C's.
It has a flow, honey. It's perfect. You got it. A true leader keeps his eyes on the prize.
We were just discussing criminal evidence.
Oh, yes. That was a good class.
Gigi, I'm not going to tell you a story.
All right, I'll tell you one. This is a magazine, right? It's 90% garbage, but it amuses me. That's why I read it. And since I'm trying to read it, but you keep running your mouth, you amuse me. Tell me a story right now. Go.
A picture of your beautiful mother on social media. She recently has been diagnosed with cancer. How is she doing?
She's hanging in there.
beautiful,
You know, I have.
beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. She has a great shaped head. I just want to say. I always say that to her. You know, that she's beautiful no matter what, and her head is beautiful. I'm like, Mom, you look great. She's doing good, and I have faith, so I know she's going to get through it. And yeah, yeah.
Have you ever wondered what really happened when one actress lost her dream role to her best friend and nobody saw it coming?
You think, oh wow, something else was taken from someone, and I actually had issues with that, and I felt extremely bad. It had nothing to do with me.
And what if I told you the secret behind one of TV's most beloved marriages almost never made it to the screen?
So my husband's, one of his love languages is physical touch. And it's not my love language, so I had to learn how to love him the way he feels love.
Before we dive deep, there's something you need to know. The revelation about how Keesha Sharp replaced Golden Brooks on Lethal Weapon will change everything you thought you knew about Hollywood friendships.
Welcome somebody to our table. And you made it out of the woods, but I'm still there.
And the final truth about her directing career? That's the twist nobody expected. On June 9, 1973, in Rochester, New York, Keesha Ulrika Fleth was born into a world of music and possibility. She wasn't just another kid with dreams. She was immersed in classical training at the prestigious Hochstein School of Music, mastering the clarinet, piano, and cello.
Okay, so I always, I played the clarinet, the cello, and piano growing up. I was always in the arts, right? And I always enjoyed theater. I was obsessed with it.
After graduating cum laude with a BFA from the Boston Conservatory, Keesha set her sights on Broadway.
And so when I was choosing a college, I just was like, I know exactly what I want to do. So I went to the Boston Conservatory, and it was Tisch School. Both of them, Tisch and NYU, were the two schools that I got in, and I chose.
She performed in the Broadway National Tour of Carousel, debuted off-Broadway, and even read alongside legendary playwright August Wilson himself in Joe Turner's Come and Gone. But New York was just the beginning. In 2002, everything changed when Keesha was cast as Monica Charles Brooks on the UPN comedy series Girlfriends.
And that's what you've done to Sharon. If you don't go back and rectify the situation, your career could be...
The role wasn't supposed to be this big. Monica was meant to be recurring, but Keesha's chemistry with Reggie Hayes was undeniable.
But we're really different. There's parts of her that are saying she's a strong woman. I'm a strong woman. But I'm not Monica at all.
Here's what's fascinating. Keesha is nothing like Monica in real life. When people saw her on the street, they'd hesitate to speak because they thought she'd have that Monica attitude. But when they heard her real voice, high-pitched and girly, they'd realize she was completely different. She could switch to Monica's voice instantly if needed, but they're worlds apart. She's strong like Monica, but that's where the similarities end. And get this about her personal life. Her son Solomon is taking college biology in middle school.
I don't even know where that came from. I'm just looking at him, and he's teaching me. Last night he was spending time teaching me about biology. I was like, wait, you have to start over. Do that again? Very, very smart.
He's incredibly smart, and she's just in amazement.
Her performance on Girlfriends earned her a nomination for an NAACP Image Award.
The show ran until 2008, and during that time, from 2005 to 2006, She also played Sheila Ridenhour on Everybody Hates Chris, reuniting with Terry Crews from Malibu's Most Wanted. But the real secret to her success: her marriage. On August 1st, 1997, Keesha married Brad Sharp, high school sweethearts who made it work for 23 years in an industry that breaks couples apart. When Steve Harvey asked how they keep the hotness alive, Keesha didn't hesitate. She credits the 5 Love Languages book. One of Brad's love languages is physical touch, which isn't hers, so she learned to love him the way he feels love.
When I learned what my husband's love languages were, I knew I had to every day make sure that I'm telling him how much I love him, make sure I'm telling him how much he's appreciated. I feel it, but I need to tell him that so he feels it.
When you love someone that much, you do whatever you need to do for them, and they keep it spicy. She's an actress, so she knows how to play different roles, if you know what she means. Steve asked if she was writing this down, and the audience erupted. She makes sure to tell her husband every day how much she loves him, how much he's appreciated. She feels it, but she needs to say it so he feels it too. From 2010 to 2013, Keesha landed a series regular role on the TBS sitcom Are We There Yet? Alongside Terry Crews.
Yeah.
This is Lorenzo.
Lorenzo. Hi, Lorenzo. I'm Gigi.
Gigi.
Lorenzo.
But even as she thrived on screen, another dream was brewing: directing. She made her directorial debut on Are We There Yet? And the experience ignited something in her.
So you don't have to get into directing as an actor. It's just something I've always wanted to do. I minored in directing in college, so for theater, but it was always something that I knew I was going to do.
She explained that not every actor wants to direct. Some just want to act, and there's nothing wrong with that. But she's a creative who wants to do everything. She wants to mold the story, to write something and see it come to life. She minored in directing in college, so it was always the plan. The challenge: when you accept a directing gig, you lose out on acting opportunities. She's faced that recently, turning down several acting roles to direct an action series she can't name yet. Then came 2015, and the role that would redefine her career: Dale Cochran in The People v. O.J. Simpson, American Crime Story.
You made the world your stage. You wanted the attention. Now you got it.
The FX series was a cultural phenomenon, and Keesha's chemistry with Courtney B. Vance was electric. But 2016 brought the role that would test everything she knew about friendship and loyalty. When Keesha appeared on Steve's show, she was there to talk about Lethal Weapon with Damon Wayans. Steve asked what Damon was like on set, and Keesha joked that he's actually not funny at all, totally lying.
I won't tell you the storyline, but we were on set, and I literally had to shoot 5 times because I could not stop laughing. No matter what he did, I kept asking him to please stop so we can get through the scene.
It took them so long to get through the day. But when you get home, you have abs because you've been laughing all day. Steve joked that he's been laughing for 30 years and hasn't seen the abs yet. Fox was rebooting Lethal Weapon as a TV series, and they needed someone to play Trish Murtaugh. Originally, the role was offered to Golden Brooks, Keesha's co-star and friend from Girlfriends. Golden shot the pilot, but during filming, something shifted. The producers decided to recast, and they chose Keesha.
I'm sorry, huh? Remember those words. You'll be using them again.
See you two at the arraignment.
This is where it gets complicated. Keesha admits that moment was hard.
It was hard when I found out, to be honest. It was given to her during the, audition process. I heard about it.
She'd auditioned and didn't hear anything, so she assumed it wasn't her blessing. But then she got the call. She should have been ecstatic, but instead felt conflicted. Something was taken from someone she knew, and that was difficult. She didn't post anything on social media about getting the role because she felt bad that Golden had lost it. It had nothing to do with talent. It was about fit. Sometimes an actor doesn't gel with the cast, and it doesn't mean they're not talented. It's one of the hardest parts of Hollywood, getting a role over someone you know. But let's talk about romance for a second. When asked about the best Christmas surprise she ever received, Keesha mentioned an orchid in Hawaii named after her. Brad explained they love love Hawaii, and Keesha loves orchids. One Christmas, he had an orchid named the exquisite Keesha Sharp that can be purchased in Hawaii. He wrote a whole poem about how she's a flower, and when she opened the gift, she discovered an orchid was literally named after her. Despite the awkward circumstances, Keesha stepped into Trish Murtaugh with grace and power. Lethal Weapon became an instant hit. Her performance earned another NAACP Image Award nomination. But here's something wild that nobody knew about Keesha. She trained as a professional boxer. Steve couldn't believe it. She explained that the only thing was she just thought she was too fast and wasn't going to get hit. Her husband Brad kept saying she was going to get hit in the face and asking if she'd still be able to act when that happened. She was like, "Oh, I'm too fast. Nobody's going to hit me." But what really started to happen was she started to build her trapezius muscles, the part of your body between your neck and shoulders.
To build, if you know anything about boxing, this part of your body starts to build this part, and I wouldn't have been able to get the rolls that I really wanted to if I'm too big. So I stopped, but I still box. I love it.
Then came the moment that had the audience screaming. Steve asked if she could protect him from an attacker, and Keesha said absolutely. Steve called Gary Owen out to demonstrate. Gary came out looking like a tomato ninja turtle in his red outfit. Keesha explained that women and men need to know that when someone's going to attack you, you're not necessarily ready for it. She was wearing 5-inch heels, but that may happen, right? If someone comes behind you and tries to choke you, you step, drop, and hit them there, she demonstrated with the pad Gary was wearing.
Because that's where you really can get any choke away by grabbing their thumbs. And you would drop it, and then you would hit here, which I'm not really doing. Then you would hit here. And then you would turn and you would hit their nose.
Steve and the audience were going crazy. The show ran from 2016 to 2019. During that time, Keesha directed episodes of Lethal Weapon, Black Lightning, Bel Air, Found, All American Homecoming, Our Kind of People, Charmed, and Chicago PD. Her meticulous dedication made her a sought-after director across genres. In 2016, she was also cast as Buster Marshall in Marshall starring Chadwick Boseman. Her performance earned her an NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Motion Picture. Brad is also a musician with multiple projects in production. They collaborate on music together, Christmas songs and 80s acoustic covers.
So I have a lot of content. I just released the album called Mindset. We have some Christmas stuff we're working on. We're going to release next year, but
when Brad popped onto an Instagram Live unexpectedly, the chemistry was undeniable. He's always helping her with tech stuff, moving camera stands, getting drinks. He's her assistant, partner, everything. Their love after all these years was palpable on screen. On February 17, 2005, they welcomed Solomon. Despite Hollywood's demands, Keesha prioritized family. She and Brad launched a health website together. She's known on set as the Health Nut. She stays in shape boxing and studying Krav Maga. In 2018, Keesha secured rights to America's Mistress, The Life and Times of Eartha Kitt. She's slated to star as Eartha Kitt and produce alongside Brad, a passion project still in development. In 2019, she joined Empire's final season. In 2022, she appeared in Power Book 2, Ghost, as Professor Harper Bonet for 10 episodes, introducing her to a new generation. She's also voiced Vixen in Justice League, Crisis on Infinite Earths, and Green Lantern, Beware My Power. But 2020 brought heartbreak. Keesha lost her mother, a rough, traumatic year. She acknowledged that 2020 was rough for everybody, and many people were in the same boat, just trying to get through. In 2024 and 2025, she starred in Dark My Light, Heist 88 with Courtney B. Vance and Keith David for Paramount+, Love and Murder Atlanta Playboy with Taye Diggs, and BET's A Christmas Surprise, directed by Terry J. Vaughn. A Christmas Surprise came at the perfect time. She just lost her mother and was still in Rochester when she got the call. She didn't even read the script. She never does that, but this time was different. Terry was directing, Wendy Raquel Robinson was starring, and it was a Christmas movie.
There's a mustache to match your beard.
It came when she needed to laugh. The movie was shot in 2.5 weeks with everyone giving 100%. She plays Demetria, a character very different from her that audiences might not understand until later in the film. When Keesha and Wendy went live together, the energy was infectious. Wendy praised Keesha, talking about how they were handpicked for this film. The bond they created was impenetrable. They discussed how everyone needed that movie, needed to laugh and feel uplifted. Wendy mentioned the incredible Louisiana food on set, and they both admitted putting on pounds, but it was totally for the character. When asked what she'd do if Solomon brought home a surprise fiancé, Keesha laughed. She'd get over the shock, then try to know the young lady. She'd convince him to wait longer, not because she's against marriage, but so she'd have time to know his partner. She'd be kind, nothing like her movie character. Keesha's adamant about actor training. She studied Meisner technique. It's based on listening and responding, taking attention off yourself so you're less self-conscious and more aware of others. It's what makes her amazing at improv because she's constantly noticing what others do. It gets you out of your head, so you don't think, you just act. For up-and-coming actors, her advice is clear. You're in a great space with more opportunities than previous generations, but don't wait. Create your own work, write your own projects. Everyone has cameras on their phones. Learn to shoot, direct, write, collaborate. Make your own opportunities while waiting for big projects. And never stop learning. Study film, performances, how things are shot. She never stops, even outside class. About Lethal Weapon's end, fans keep asking if it'll return. Keesha's honest. No. She hates saying it, but it's not coming back. The show ran its course, especially after Damon Wayans said he was tired and didn't want to return. That's how the cookie crumbles. She misses it and loved every season, but this chapter is closed. Currently, Keesha's directing an undisclosed action series. She loves action, from Casino Royale to Mission Impossible. She has projects she's written or co-written in development with incredible people. Once announced, everyone will want to talk about them. She's taking control of her narrative, not waiting for Hollywood to tell her story. Her advice for her younger self? When something doesn't happen, it wasn't her blessing, it was someone else's. That's freeing. You're not the only one praying for opportunities. You don't need to know the reason. You just know it wasn't for you because you didn't get it. That mindset releases feeling not good enough or wondering what you did wrong. And the hair question everyone asks? Keesha's always had a lot of it. Her mother was a great hairstylist. Keesha grew up with a professional doing her hair. When she went to college, she didn't know how to do her own hair and struggled. She doesn't use much heat and washes with Aveda big volume curl products. She curls it with a specific technique to avoid that 80s curl pattern. She even teaches her hairstylist how to do it. She promised a tutorial video fans are still waiting for. Keesha Sharp currently resides in Los Angeles with Brad and Solomon. She continues acting, directing, recording music, playing piano, hiking, and enjoying long road trips. Her net worth is estimated at $4 million as of 2025. But what sticks with you is when Keesha talked about replacing Golden Brooks, how she couldn't fully celebrate getting the role because someone she knew had lost it. It's a rare Hollywood admission. Keesha's honesty shows her character runs deeper than any role she's played, and her journey from that young Rochester girl mastering the clarinet to a powerhouse actress and director proves that sometimes the best blessings come wrapped in the most complicated packages. And the real measure of success isn't just what you achieve, but how you handle the moments when your victory means someone else's loss, and still choose grace over guilt.